Of Dallas, former Mavericks general manager Donnie Nelson sued the team on Thursday, alleging that owner Mark Cuban fired him last summer as retaliation for reporting that Cuban's chief of staff sexually harassed and assaulted his nephew during a job interview in 2020. The lawsuit says Cuban offered Nelson a payment of $52 million to withdraw a wrongful termination claim and sign a confidentiality statement. Cuban denied the claim, saying, quote, "Everything in that filing is a lie," end quote. Jason Luton, who is accused of assaulting and harassing Nelson's nephew at All-Star Weekend in Chicago, also denied the accusations. We'll be right back. Welcome back to NBA Today. Everyone is getting their shots in on the Lakers right now. The Timberwolves had their turn last night. Minnesota got 30 from Cat on their way to a 20-point win. Patrick Beverley enjoyed every single second of this win, and he let Russell Westbrook hear about it all game long. Here's Russ's reaction after the game.
The trash talking doesn't bother me none. Nobody over there has done anything that in this league that, make me put my eyes up like, oh, they're talking mess, and then respond. No. So it's fine. They're good. They won a game. Happy for them. Move on to the next one. That's that.
Beverley responded on Twitter saying, quote, "Playoffs every year, 2 Western Conference finals with 2 different teams. Individual stats or team stats? I thought it was a team sport." The Timberwolves are feeling great about themselves, obviously, and the disrespect towards the Lakers seems to be at an all-time highs. So, Perk, I hear you laughing.
Yeah.
Is this more about the Lakers' lack of pride or the T-Wolves' lack of fear of the Lakers?
It's more about the T-Wolves and everybody else. They don't fear the Lakers no more, and it's okay. Look, I love the pettiness. I love the trash talk because you know what? The game is won between those lines. And at the end of the day, Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverley have a history of going at each other. So what did Russ expect? He thought Pat Bev was going to come out being friendly. Look, I love Pat Bev. I love Pat Bev approach. You know why? Because he's the ultimate definition of losing yourself in the team. This guy got a $13 million contract extension because of him being a team guy, a leader, bringing that tenacity. So right now, just like Russ was able to dish it out when he was rocking the baby, saying guys was too small, he got to be able to take it. It's part of it.
Yeah, and I think right now, they're rallying behind Pat Bev. They know there's 8, 9 years of beef between these two, and they're rallying behind it. Just think, they have a rookie of the year playing well. I mean, he was down, but Anthony Edwards been playing well. Cat has been balling, just put up 60. So they got the chest poked out. Now they got the Lakers, who they feel like not big brother, not the big bad wolf anymore, and they coming in. The only thing to me is like, yeah, that's their beef. I mean, I know they're behind them. Like Cat involved in all the track. I don't. That's their thing. Support your brother and go to war with them what they're doing. But you don't see any fear by the Wolves. I mean, you can see it on the floor. They were going down, out hustling them, the disrespect was real, though. I mean, it was real. And that just says a lot about this young guy. Are they supposed to be scared of him? They said not really.
They weren't trash talking them. They were clowning them. That is what was so disrespectful. The way they were clowning them. The way they were mocking Russell Westbrook. They weren't talking trash to him. They were showing him up in front of everybody. Patrick Beverley coming over and patting LeBron on the backside? Are you kidding me? He got lucky LeBron didn't hit him upside the head. This is just a complete disrespect. And the reason they're disrespecting him is because they don't see him as equals. The Lakers have been down 25 points, 3 consecutive games. And guess what? They're in Toronto tomorrow. Toronto's coming off 5-0 on the West Coast. And Toronto will clown them too unless they stand up to it.
Yeah, Brian, I don't think there's any question. And let's not forget, real quick.
You good, bro?
Yeah.
You good?
Let's not forget, to your point about the beef between Pat Bev and Russ, Russ said openly to the media, Pat Bev's fooling you all, like talking to us, the media. And, I know that he went on Pat Beverley went on J.J. Redick's podcast and talked about that, how he almost ruined his career in some ways. So I would imagine for Pat Bev, it is very, very personal.
He had that marked. He had that marked. He had that game marked.
Yeah. And look, Look, if you feel disrespected or you feel like somebody is clowning you, do something about it.
Right.
I'm gonna give you an example. When I was in Boston, we hated the Cavaliers and how Braun them used to pose for pictures before games and do their little handshakes and do their snapshots. You know what Braun said? He said in the media, if you don't like what we doing, do something about it.
Right.
When we saw them in the playoffs, guess what? We did something about it. That's how you handle it. You handle it between those lines.
Absolutely, Perk. Wendy, thank you for joining us as always, man. Appreciate it. All right. Bang! It's been a minute since we've had our man Vince on the show. So it means it's time for the greatest dunker in basketball history to take us to the upper room. Vince, take it away.
Welcome to the upper room, baby. All right, let's get it going. Mr. Terrence Ross said he wanted to visit the upper room. So he's at the door. Let's roll the tape. Terrence Ross, what you got for us? He goes back door, catches,
Oh!
That's some levitation. Like he's levitated.
Good
Right
Lord.
here, back door. It just real easy. It just throw it down and casually walk down to the other end.
Yeah, effortless.
Terrence
Yeah.
Ross, look at that right there. Like, just throw it in.
Yeah. The look away, too. I like that.
All right, and then we have Mr. Cat. Cat said, I scored 60 points, but I also was down with a visit to the upper room. Oh, my gosh, a tiki. Oh, my goodness. What is that on your head?
Throw it
Excuse
down,
me,
big
sir. And and just imagine on the road, like it's just the crowd is like, ooh, and it just gets quiet in there. And then for our last nominee, Mr. Jaylen Brown,
Uh-oh.
on a special night, KG gets his jersey retired, and he just said, "Man, let me."
Put him on a poster.
And then he gave him a little dap. You see, split between the legs, go. I saw T-Mac do that to Cornell David. Dap him up. Let's see it again.
Yeah.
Between the legs, ride the pony. Sorry, sir. Dap him up.
Poor Maxi Kleber.
Hey, George, you know why he dapped him up? Because he said, I just got a VIP pass to the upper room. Jaylen Brown, welcome to the upper room, baby. There is bottle service for you too, just like Mr. Perk.
He gets a free bottle, you know what I'm saying? To get in the upper room. So there you go. Congratulations to Jaylen Brown there. The NCAA Women's Championship first round begins tomorrow morning at 11:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific on ESPN2. South Florida squares off against Miami, followed by South Dakota and Ole Miss. And ESPN has Howard taking on number 1 seeded South Carolina at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Then it's Illinois State matched up against Caitlin Clark in Iowa. All games are also available on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. On a more serious note, some serious news to get to now. A court near Moscow has extended the detention of WNBA star Brittany Griner until May 19th, according to the Russian state news agency TASS. Griner was detained at an airport near Moscow in mid-February after Russian authorities said they found vape cartridges allegedly containing cannabis oil in her luggage. The crime could carry a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison. The WNBA season is set to tip off May 6th. We'll be back in 60 seconds. So we know how long Steph may be out for now, but what we don't know is who will need to step up for the Dubs in his absence. So, Perk, we'll start with you. Which Warrior needs to step up in Steph's absence and take it to another level?
Well, a lot of people question him being the All-Star. I think Andrew Wiggins is the guy that got to elevate his game.
Vince?
I'm right there with him. Andrew Wiggins, it's time. It's your time now. Show him why you are All-Star, because your superstar is out.
Yep. He has struggled since the All-Star break. I don't think there's any question about that. All right, appreciate you all for joining us today. Enjoy the weekend of NBA games and the madness.